She sensed something in the room, some presence or something.
There is something here. I believe there are spirits here.
From outside, the Colonial Inn in Concord, Massachusetts looks like your typical quaint New England hotel. But inside, many claim there is something else lurking among the antique furnishings, blending in with that rustic charm. Built in 1716, the house was once owned by a doctor who tended to soldiers wounded in the Revolutionary War. His makeshift operating room is now guest room 24. It's become legendary at the inn.
Some people know about the room, ask for it. Some people don't want anything to do with it.
4 decades ago, Judy Cole stayed here on her honeymoon. She and her husband stumbled upon the inn by accident, knowing nothing of the room's unusual reputation.
Take me back almost 41 years now to room 24 and tell me what happened.
I was awakened by the feeling that someone was watching me. A presence. There was no doubt in my mind. I looked to my left. I was on the left side of the bed. I looked to my left and there was a standing, shadowy figure of a man. Shadowy yet distinct. I was too terrified to scream, to move, to do anything.
Other guests have reported strange occurrences. A glass of ice suddenly spinning in circles. An impression of a figure on the bed that then suddenly disappears. And employees insist these unusual events aren't restricted to just one haunted room.
Nearly constantly, when I'm sitting here at night, if I look out the left corner of my eye, I see someone pass through this space. I would look this way and that way, and there would be nothing, absolutely nothing.
You were alone in the hallway and you felt something.
I felt something. I felt a very distinct tap on my left shoulder. A very pointed finger tapping me. Tap, 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 tap.
And you turned around?
Turned around and no one was there.
Diane, do you ever think, maybe I don't want to work here anymore. Maybe I should go find a job waitressing somewhere else?
No, I think it's an interesting place to work. I enjoy the mystery of it.
You can feel the temperature change as soon as you walk in the room.
It's cold.
And a lot of times when there's presence of spirit, the temperature will change. It will get very cold, and it is very cold in here.
Joanne Gerber works as a psychic medium, and she's convinced the inn is haunted.
And as I'm sensing the energy in this room, I'm feeling a sense of almost like an anxiety, like a rushing around, a nervousness of people coming and going from this room.
Should I be afraid to sleep in this room tonight?
There's really nothing to fear.
Yeah, well, easy for her to say. I don't have psychic powers, and if I'm settling in for the night, we are doing something about the temperature.
First, we're going to try to take away that kind of cold feeling in the room and turn up the heat a little bit.
And frankly, while I don't believe in ghosts, it's still not all that easy to sleep in an allegedly haunted house with your imagination running wild.
Red rum! Stop it! Red rum! Red rum! Red rum!
I'm scared to close my eyes. I'm so scared.
And while I've clearly seen too many scary movies, for whatever reason, the spirit world left me alone. Even though for many of the other guests here at the inn, the experience has been all too real.
But there is something. There's no doubt in my mind. There is something in that room.
You want to discount it, you want to be cynical about it, but there's so much evidence there. It's like echoes of people that have existed.
Okay.
You cooked them. You turned it up to 80, you cooked the ghost.
No, okay. You know what the psychic told me? She said that in order for you to really see a ghost or have an experience like that, you have to be open to it and paying attention to it and want to have it happen. And if you're sending out signals that you don't want any ghosts around, then they're not going to come visit you. And I clearly didn't want any ghosts around.
And they're not wild about being on camera anyway. I heard that someplace. That was a little fun. You have a little,
not without
a
hearing
little tap.
makeup.
Did you feel a tap? Yeah. Anyway, interesting stuff. I mean, you know, those people who would stay there and seen these things, I mean, they clearly believe they have seen something unusual.
Yeah,
and
it's a big business at the end. I mean, people now come there to stay in room 24 and try to have an experience.
Wow.
So
cool.
We'll see.